there is something I want to quickly touch upon, which I think you guys may have seen on Twitter over the past few days. There's something I just want to quickly say about the whole situation as well. So I have written down some dot points so that hopefully I can just stick to the whole thing. But I think it's important as well for me to say something about this whole thing as well. So first off, I'm not saying this so you guys can go and defend me or anything like that. In fact, you guys know me. I don't really get affected by much, and I don't really need to be defended for the most part. I'm only saying this because I feel like for me, I have a responsibility to the adventurers, and this is for you to know how I feel so that hopefully your hearts can rest easy, but not for you to really do anything else about this information, if you know what I mean. For me, I feel like I owe it to the Adzenis, and I don't want you guys to blindly follow me. You know, I want to make sure that every single day I earn your trust with my words, my actions, and everything else I do. Even though I do appreciate when you guys support me, I want to make sure that I'm living up to that as well. So I want to start by saying that I personally know for a fact that time and time again, all of the boys have always been so openly there for one another. They're always willing to listen or lend a hand, and in many cases, I've personally witnessed people helping each other, me helping others, them helping me. And it's always been something I've been really proud of, that all of the boys always say, and tell me at least, if you need anything, you know, I'm always there. Someone's always hanging out, and I know that like I can always reach out to the boys. But even if you let someone know that you're there for them, it's ultimately up to the other person to reach out in times of need. We can't make or force someone to come talk to or confide in us. And it's up to them to decide who they choose to confide in. Because obviously, you just feel more comfortable talking to certain people than others. But for many of us, just knowing that there was some people there for him already, that was enough for us. But never in a million years would I have thought that doing so would somehow, at least by some people on the internet, that would lead us to getting painted as villains for whatever reason. I can say I never deleted any DMs, and I can see them right now. And honestly, looking back over past conversations, I'm proud of all of the positivity and the way I was able to help out on multiple occasions when he requested it. I understand times can be tough, which is why I remind you guys every single stream to be kind to yourself, both physically and mentally. And I've been in not the greatest places before as well. And I know that sometimes even the smallest things can seem gigantic, where it generally feels like the whole world is against you. I know that. But I also believe in responsibility and accountability, not adding fuel to the fire. Not hiding behind emotion to twist the truth. Just knowing that in the end, we are responsible for everything we say and do, no matter what situation or space we find ourselves in. I know the damaged words said out of frustration or sadness or anger can do. And I'm not a saint. I've said harmful or hurtful things to people in the past too. But knowing that kind of hurt it can bring is why I truly strive to keep a level head and not react in ways I would be ashamed of. You know how nowadays, at least, I pretty much let nothing affect me. And it's exactly for these kinds of situations that I always try to act that way. And I sincerely hope that others can learn to do the same in the future. I just want to also say that in my own experience since joining this company, everyone has been so genuinely supportive and such a joy to be around. I know you guys have seen how much of a fan of the rest of the boys I am. You know, how I always jump in line to be the first one to support them whenever they need. You know, staying up late until like, I don't know, 4 a.m. just to join the Totsu, promoting and buying their merch and all of that kind of stuff. And that's literally because each and every one of them had earned my respect and appreciation. You know, it's because of how close and how positive everyone's interactions with me have been that I just want to be there for all of them. And it's not just the boys. I've always talked about how the Mana-sans have always been there to help turn my dreams into reality. Yes, we may, the same as you guys, I may banter with the Mana-sans. You know, I may quote unquote gaslight them and just say silly things and then beat me up. But all those kind of things, I think, just highlight how much of what kind of relationship where they are willing to let us have fun. They're not just seeing us as workers to earn money, but as actual people that they want to support as well. And I think you can see how much they genuinely care. You know, they're always there to support all the weird and wacky ideas I think of. And it's why I said before that I believe I can achieve all of my goals and dreams here, and I don't plan on going anywhere. Of course, you know, when I hear a lot about, you know, people saying on Twitter that all a corporation wants is to earn money, and that's it. And, you know, of course, a company's goal is to be as profitable as possible. I'm not denying that. But you guys know, you've seen it firsthand, how much they invest in us. How much of those profits they invest back into us to help us do what we do. The 3Ds, the cover songs, the vocal lessons, there's so many things where I feel so blessed. We pretty much just get given all of these amazing opportunities, and I would never take that for granted. You guys know that I'm working on a huge project that honestly probably won't even make a single cent. You know, right now, I always say I'm busy with some project, and, you know, I don't think this isn't about money. You know, this isn't going to have merch that can sell lots. This isn't going to be, you know, something where we can really monetize it. But the fact that the Mana-sans still let me do it because we know that it's going to put a smile on their Zennies' faces is just honestly kind of mind-blowing to me. That they're willing to support my projects and the things I want to do. And I'm honestly so grateful for what they do for us. And so it really does hurt me when I see people saying bad things about them too. You guys have witnessed how hard they work to make sure the meet and greets were as smooth as possible, working it on a godly amount of hours before and after all of us were done, not just Ravenous, but all 3 gens, spanning all of the days. And I genuinely believe that they always try their hardest to look out for us. Nothing's ever perfect. Even if I do have a genuine argument with Mana-sans, because, you know, I want a certain thing. You know, maybe I want say, you know, I want a project to be like this, so I want this kind of outfit, or I want something, whatever it is. You know, I know that at the end of the day, they're always willing to listen to me. And as long as I communicate my thoughts and tell them genuinely what I kind of want, we can always reach some kind of agreement. And so, honestly, I feel like we're so spoiled here. I feel like I can be proud to say that I really, really do see and appreciate the opportunity that's been given to me. And I just want to say as well that, thankfully, I'm relieved that for the most part, I've seen that the Zennies were not the ones causing any trouble or spreading any negativity these past few days. And I'm truly so proud of you guys for behaving and doing the right thing and not just reacting. Bazensei is a place of safety, comfort, and protection. And I truly mean to protect all the Zennies within these walls. If you're here to be hateful and cause unnecessary drama, then this is not the place for you. And I don't want you to be here. But as long as you're here to enjoy yourself, be civil, and have a good time, then literally everyone's welcome in. All of the boys here at FSP and Mana-sans have my full respect and support. And this is generally my own feelings. And so, more than me getting attacked, it really does hurt me, or upset me, or maybe disappoint me to see when they're attacked for no reason as well. But I think that is all I want to say on this matter, unless some other unknown circumstance appears. So I'll just like to say, please do not bring this up in future streams or discuss further. I want all my attention to be focused on creating things for my adventurers. And although this is a hard time for Ravenous in particular, I hope you will always continue to support us as the four of us try to navigate these changes and deliver our utmost to you in the years to come. But I know that the four of us will be trying our hardest to still bring smiles to your faces, and we have a lot of things we want to do. So I hope that in this time of hardship for us, you guys can still be here, especially for the other boys as well, because especially in times like this, I think it's when they need it the most. That's all I want to say on that. And once again, this isn't for anyone else. This isn't trying to prove or deny anything. This is only for my interest to hear, so that you have a bit of peace of mind, because their journeys are what I care for.